Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. This evening I'm nice and early getting into the festive spirit with Silent Night, Deadly Night. So this is a film from the 80s, 1984, and this is one that had a lot of controversy. I think mainly because, well, it was mainly because he had Santa Claus going around hacking people to pieces, basically killing them in different ways. I think a lot of the problem was when the ads for the film was aired. I think they aired it during early times, and they aired it between family programs and things like that. Probably not very clever to do that. And when you got Siskel and Ebert also jumping on their case, all these things kind of came to a head, and the film got pulled from the cinema only after a few days, and it already had heavy cuts anyway, so it had a lot of problems, this one. But the basic plot, so we follow a young boy called Billy who's with his baby brother and his mother and father, and they're visiting his grandfather who's actually catatonic. So they're speaking to him, getting no response, but of course he gets left with his grandfather, and his grandfather starts talking to him and saying, have you been naughty or nice? And he's like, even if you've been naughty once, be careful, run from Santa. Obviously that ingrains itself on the kid, and then when he leaves, they're driving down the road and there's a Santa Claus there. I don't realise that the Santa Claus had actually just held up a liquor store and killed the clerk, and the Santa Claus tries to steal their car. He shoots the dad, slashes the mum's throat, and then Billy escapes just before this, and the Santa is trying to chase him down. So this obviously messes him up quite a bit. So we fast forward a few years, and then we see that Billy and his younger brother are in an orphanage. Billy is struggling a lot with behavioural issues, and this is most likely it is caused by the situation of what happened to his parents. And there's the Mother Superior and she's in the orphanage. She's a little heavy-handed, and she believes punishment is good and pure, and it will relinquish the sin of the body. So yeah, she likes to hand out a good beating every so often. Then we fast forward. Oh yeah, the kind of all comes to a head when the Santa Claus comes to the orphanage, and she's determined to have him sit on Santa's knee to show that she's fixed him. That does not go to plan, and he ends up punching Santa Claus. And then we fast forward again, and we have Billy working in a toy store, and he's working in the back. He's looking around all these big pallets and things like that. And yeah, on Christmas Eve, there's the Santa Claus that comes in the toy shop. He's injured, so he can't do it. So they get Billy to do it. You can see he's struggling with this, and it's pretty tough for him. But he kind of gets okay, and then he starts to have a few drinks and stuff like that. And you can see that what's happening with the parents, it's all clicking into his mind and stuff. And then the girl that he has a crush on, she goes off into the back of the store to beat this other guy, so he follows them, and he sees she's about to be raped by this one guy. It goes bad between the two, and it gets out of hand, and this triggers something inside Billy, and he just snaps, and he ends up, I won't go into any details of this, but there's a lot of kills in this film. There's some really good, imaginative, cool kills in this film. Not overly imaginative, but each one is different, and it's been thought out, and it looks good. And yeah, it's really cool. And then once the mayhem in the toy store is gone, he goes outside, he's kind of going around, he's going to make his way back to the orphanage, and he goes into this one house, and it's Linnea Quigley in there. She just completely trashes the door and goes in and causes mayhem in this house, and then on towards the orphanage to have his showdown with Mother Superior. And that's kind of all I'm kind of gonna go into. I think that's enough for the film. Now this was heavily cut. I'm not sure how much, but I mean there was gore in the original, but not so much. And what Scream Factory did, they actually put it together, even though they did not have the negatives. They put it together through VHS, so you can see there's a difference in the quality, but it doesn't matter. That they put it together and it runs smoothly, and it's like you forgive how it looks, especially because it's like a product of its time. It's like, we know these slashes during the 80s, they didn't have a lot of budget, so you can forgive some poor quality. But this overall film, it's a really good watch. It's really interesting. It's well scripted. The acting is pretty solid. You know, these things can be a bit bad. It's the kills on this one. It's I mean, it's not over the top gory, but each kill is kind of pretty well done. It's quite interesting, and there's like a plethora of different weapons used for this. So yeah, like I said, I thought I'd get my festive season kick it in. Christmas tree went up today, a little early. I know we're in November, but this seemed a good time to do this. So there's my review. If you haven't checked this out already, I'd recommend giving it a go. It's a lot of fun. And join us tomorrow where Corey kicks off our new theme week, where we are attacking the films of Paul Naschy. Okay then, thanks very much. See you guys next week. Bye bye.